Hello, hello. Welcome. It is Thursday night. I don't usually go live on a Thursday, but it's a special week. We're doing a design drop, and so many of you are so excited about our latest design and product drop, which is Ornament Maker. We did a live on Tuesday. If you missed it, no worries. We're going to go through it again today, but I'm going to show you how to make the other half. So on Tuesday, we made 6 ornaments. Wait, 5 ornaments. Tonight we're going to make 5 more to give you some ideas of what you can do with this kit. The first thing I'm going to do is just go online real quick here, and I just need to make sure that it is showing live and that you can hear me. And we are good. I'm going to grab my water real quick here. That I forgot to grab. Because you know I'm going to be yapping. So, two things are so excited about this kit. So it was available to members on Tuesday. They went crazy. So I kind of had an idea that today was going to be a little nuts. And I did not have the idea that it was going to be as nuts as it is. We are going to do these kits. I actually have 2 girls in there right now remaking these because they have been so popular. But without any ado, I'm going to go through the transfers first. So the transfers that we just released are the 2024 Christmas ones, which are the Sacred Season ornaments. So we have the Sacred Season ornament transfers on their own, and then we also put together a kit for you to get started. What a lot of people are doing, which is what's clearing us out so quickly of these, is they're getting the kit, and then they're also getting extra transfers. That's fine. We love it. But these are going to go so much faster than we thought. So if you're sitting around waiting on these, I would not. Again, I had no idea it was going to be this crazy. But what you get with the ornament transfer sheets is you get 3 6x12 sheets. This is the normal size of our sheets. And then it also comes with instructions if you don't catch this or if you're gifting it to someone. And then it also comes with the soft, I call this a soft tool. To Nancy, you're getting Nancy on YouTube, and she says that she's getting a reverberation. It might be the room. I'll try and get closer to the camera here. That might help. But so you're going to get the 3 sheets, the instructions, and then the rub-on tool. And so we'll go through what one these entail. So the first one is this is the nativity themed one, and what you'll notice is we call it the Ornament Maker transfer set because I do have an echo. Let me. Oh, you know, I know what it is. Hold on. I had to pop myself. There we go. I had to pop myself out and then back in. That's what happens when I don't listen to make sure when I'm checking the live that it doesn't have an echo. It should be fixed now. So sorry about that. So the first one is the nativity sheet. So this one has the names of Christ, which we have. You're going to get 6 of these. It should be fixed now, Stanya. So you get 6 of the names of Christ. So there's 2 that run across the top, and then you'll get 6 other ornaments. You're welcome. Sorry, ladies. It's been a crazy day. I was saying before you jumped on, these are blowing out. We have been slammed. I haven't checked. Right before I got on, we were $50 away from having our biggest day ever in the entire since we launched this company. So it's been a crazy day, but I said I would get back on today and show you some more ornaments. So that's what I'm here for, is to do that. But each of these are sized exactly for a 3-inch ornament, which is the common size of the ornaments. So you're going to get, so they're 3 by 3 all the way around. So you've got the Christmas Begins with Christ. We've got the nativity scene here. We have Joy to the World, the Lord has come. Wise men still seek him, with the little wise men and their camels there. We've got the glory to the newborn King, and oh come let us adore him. So this sheet is our popular completely transparent. So you could put these on white backgrounds. I did an example where I'll just kind of show you as I go along here. So the ones that I did from this sheet is I did this one on a white acrylic. So you can see that it shows up really well on the white acrylic. And as I'm looking, no, okay. So that's just kind of one example. So this is one of the ones that I did last time with this sheet. Then the second sheet that you get, I have these all out of order, again, is 2 more names of Christ, God is with us, and the Word. And then we have our various Christmas verses inside of the festive wreaths. So we've got John 3:16, for God so loved the world, he gave his only begotten Son, that whoever believes in him should not perish but have everlasting life. We've got James 1:17, every good gift and every perfect gift is from above and comes down from the Father of lights. Then we've got thanks be to God for his indescribable gift. That's the 2 Corinthians 9:15. We've got, oh come, let us adore him, Christ the Lord. This was one of our best-selling designs from last year, so I did bring it back for this year for the Ornament Maker kit. And then we have Rejoice. Again, I have my contact in. Rejoice greatly, daughters of Zion. Shout, O daughters of Jerusalem. Behold, your king is coming to you. He is just and having salvation. So this is the verse from Zechariah 9:9. And then we have, and the word became flesh and dwelt among us, from John 1:14. So a couple that I did with this sheet last time before I go on to the next sheet is I did this wood slice one. So you can see on it, I didn't ever get rid of my glue strings. Whoopsie. So this was one that I did from this sheet. This is another one that I did from this sheet that has the little bells and the bow in it. So cute. So we've got those ones. And then the last sheet is our hymnal. So if you have shopped with us before and you got our decoupage paper, so we sell 20 by 30 like big decoupage sheets. These are some of the verses that are featured on that sheet. That's really huge. So I shrunk them down and we have them in the 3 by 3 size for the ornaments. And then we also have 2 more names of Christ. So you have your Prince of Peace and your Savior. So on this one, these are vintage Christmas hymns. So they'll have like the winter church type background. So you've got A Little Time of Bethlehem, you've got Jingle Bells, Away in a Manger, The First Noel, Silent Night, and O Come All Ye Faithful. And this is the one that I made with one of the hymns. This is one of our porcelain ones. And we've got the Rustic Star and Bell. And then the other one I made was the Prince of Peace. So this is actually one of the transparent acrylic ornaments. So we are selling the Ornament Maker by itself, so you can just get the transfers for $12.99. We also are selling the entire kit that I used to make these ornaments. So I'm going to transfer over to that. So with the kit, you get the tutorial that we did the other day is actually in a QR code here in the top. So if you missed it, it's right there. You can go to give you some ideas of the ones that I made here, and we'll go through the kit. So obviously you're going to get a sheet of the transfers in there. So this is set up to make 24 ornaments. So you can make 24 ornaments. We're going to give you the stuff to make 10. So, or you can do the front and back. So you'll still have some extras. Wendy had a great idea. She was on the other live that we did on Tuesday. These would be great for gift tags, gift bags, other projects. They don't have to be ornaments. They could fit on a coaster. So these are 3 by 3, typical coasters 4 by 4. So they could fit on there as well. So you're going to get the transfers. Then you're going to get 2 of each of the ornaments that I showed earlier. So you're going to get 2 of the wood slices. And then you're also going to get this canvas bag, which the rub-on transfers work on the canvas bag as well. So you're going to get that. Then you're going to get 2 of each of the ones that I showed you earlier. So you're going to get 2 of the porcelain. You're going to get 2 of the wooden cutouts, 2 of the acrylic transparent. And some of them are going to have this sticker on it, but it's fine. There's actually a film on here we're going to pull off before we make it, so I'll show you how to do that. And then you're also going to get 2 of the white acrylic. So that's 10 ornaments that come in the kit for you to make ornaments with. Then we're also going to include, right now we have the bonus going on that you get the rub-on transfer tool. So this is a $5 value. You're going to get that free right now with the kit because we're going to need that to get in the little nooks and crannies, especially when we do the wood slice one. Then you're also going to get the little embellishment packet. So I'm going to go through it here, but I have mine already over here that I had used some of it for the other stuff. So I'm going to just kind of go through what's in here, and then I'll put it back in here. Ah, Yvonne's on. She's so excited. Yvonne, yours is headed. Okay, so you've got, obviously you're going to have your scripture stamps and your candy, your little treat you're going to have in there for you. And then you're going to get 6 strings. So not every ornament comes with a string, but we just gave you some extra strings. You can always use jute if you want. But you're going to get 2 of the silver snap strings. You're going to get 2 of the gold strings. You're going to get 2 of the jute strings. And then we've got some other little fun embellishments. So the first thing that you're going to get, this might be my favorite because it's so cute. Hey, Sonia. So you're going to get this cute little Christmas festive bow. It's got the little holly berries and leaves on it, and it's got these little gold jingle bells that are so fun and festive, and we get to hear them all day when we're packing the kids. Then you're going to get 3 of the mini bows. Now, the mini bows, they vary. So there's a couple different versions of the red. Like you can see this other kit over here, the red has some gold on it. There's also plain green. And then you've got the buffalo check. So I don't know which ones you're going to get. They're a mystery, but you'll get 3 of the mini bows. You're going to get this adorable little mini wreath that you could use with your ornaments or for something else. It's about 1 inch, I would say. Yeah, 1 by 1 little Christmas wreath. So cute. You're going to get another bell. This is just a rustic jingle bell. And then you're going to get 2 little pine cones. So you can see on the ones that I did the other day, I've already used the pine cones. I've already used the little jingle bell, or the bells. I've used the rustic star. I've used the rustic jingle bell. And I've used a couple of the ropes here. So I'm going to put this stuff back in here really quick. And then I'm going to go through and make the other ornaments. Now, what I do suggest is grab your Christmas craft stash. I know you've got little ribbon scraps and probably bows. So grab those because that's what I have done. The buffalo check ribbon is not included. I thought about trying including it, but I could not find enough for all the kids. And so if I can't do it all, I just don't want to do it. Terry, welcome. Terry's new. Everybody, welcome, Terry. Thank you so much for jumping on. Yeah, so these are the ones I did on Tuesday. And what I've got left, I'm going to just move some of this stuff out of the way here. So what I've got left is I've got some strings left. I've got my 3 bows left because I actually used my own ribbon to make this bow. So this is just scrap ribbon, and I've got my little wreath. So, and then I've got 1 of each ornament left. So that's what I'm going to go through and craft tonight, is I'm going to do another of each of the ornaments. But I am going to show you, I'll leave these off to the side. I did grab some stuff from my crafting stash. So I do have some more ribbon scraps here. I've got some thicker jute. I've got some thinner jute. I've got some of this little ribbon here. I might have just odds and ends poking around up here that I might grab. And then I've got my raffia here. So I do have some extra stuff, which that's what this is for. That's what's going to make it, you know, everybody's a little bit different. And then I have my transfers. So the ones missing are the ones I already used last time. So I'm going to use the same set so that you guys are going to get an idea of literally 6 different ones that you can make. And so I'm going to go in a different order today, and I want to just show different versions. So I think I'm going to show the names of Christ on the white. You know what? I almost want to do that one on the porcelain because it looks so good on the clear. I think this is going to be great on the porcelain. Now the porcelain does have 2 sides. It has the flat side and then it has the shiny side. So we're actually going to be working with the shiny side. And it's hard to decide on these because you know that all of them are going to look good. Let's do a manual. Now, because these ones are all transparent, you don't have to cut like a perfect circle around these, like on any of them, because the only part that's going to stick, and I'll show you here in a minute, I like to use my mat to get things like the lettering, the words and stuff lined up. So if I can use that kind of visual line, it helps me get them on straight. But what we're going to do is when we pull these off, the only part that's going to stick to it is the part with the actual design. We don't want to touch that with our finger because it will come off on your finger. But, and then you do want to make sure, because as I stated kind of in the other one, these ones, the reason they're in a separate bag is because the bark does like to shed. And so the bark will kind of get everywhere. So you might want to have like a little brush or a rag or something just to make sure that bark isn't trying to sabotage you. So on this one, I'm just going to use my eyeballs to kind of line that up straight so that my words are in a straight line. And then your kit comes, right now, it comes with the bonus transfer tool. So we're just going to use that because a lot of these have like super, look at that bark tried to get on there again. Like smaller, intricate designs, like this little star is really tiny, this star is tiny. So we do want to make sure that we get all of the pieces of the letter, all of the letter. Like these are really simple, but you do want to take your time and not get too aggressive about not rubbing it in really well and then just ripping it off. You can kind of start to see on the transfer when it's separating because it'll look like there's an air bubble in there. But see, I tried to pull that one off and it wasn't quite ready. So don't fight it. If it's not really coming off, just go back over it. I like to kind of go over it and pull at the same time. And then that way I can see if something's starting to lift. It's that easy. So there you go. You can see that we have the Emmanuel on there. So cute. So then you can decide which string or anything that you want. Since I went kind of plain here, I think I'm going to just do this ribbon here. So I'm just going to go and cut it. So literally kind of all you need with these things are scissors. And because you've got the transfer tool, you've got, you know, everything else that you need. So I'm just going to fold these over. And I'm going to jam it through the little hole there. I like to do where you can loop it. All right, here's my cheat. That's my cheat to get that through there. There we go. All right, so then we can stick it through there, and then we can just take this entire knot here, and then that's going to be your little thing to hang it. Or if you're just giving it as a gift, you could just leave it like that too, but if they want to be able to hang it, you'll have to tie a little knot on there. So I like doing, when I'm doing the examples of these, some of them a little bit more fancy, some of them a little bit more plain. We've got a rustic, we've got what do you call modern, so that you have like a little style for everybody there. There you go. So we've got two versions of that one there. And that one was the porcelain one. So then we can come back. Now the wooden ones you can paint. And in fact, someone had the idea of actually painting them, which I did not have any of my paint stuff ready, but let's do it. I'm going to bring in this green. I have my emergency water here. I can pour in here to rinse my brushes. But yeah, someone had mentioned you can paint the wood, and you definitely can. So I do want to, let's go ahead and try that today. So we'll give it some time to dry. You don't, as I mentioned to her on the, I don't remember who it was, I'm so sorry. As I mentioned to her on the live when we were on it on Tuesday, you want to make sure it's going to be a lighter color. So that's why I'm going to come in with this celery color. Because if you go with a dark color, the black isn't going to show up. So I'm going to go ahead and use one of these transparent ones on it so that we have some contrast in there. And the other thing that I like to do with these ones too, if I have a Sharpie in here, I thought I had a black Sharpie. I actually, ooh, you know what I do have? I have, and I know I'm looking at it, I have my gold leaf pen. So we can use the gold leaf pen for the top of that. Let's do that. All right, this is the fun. We're just flying by the seat of our pants. Hey, Wendy, I did send out a text. I did send out a text for tonight. I think it got, I did wait a few minutes because I know last time the text didn't come very quickly. For some reason, some people didn't get the one until the afternoon. All right, so I'm just coming in here with this. This is called celery. It's a light green. I would almost call it like a farmhouse green. So I'm going to come in and give it some color here. And again, these, you don't have to wait anymore. They are live. They are selling like hotcakes. As I mentioned in the beginning, we're having our busiest day ever in the history of Christian craft paper. So you're going to want to snag them because everyone is so excited. And I love that because it was funny. Nell was in here. She's one of my girls that helps with the kits. And she came in today and I was telling her, I'm like, we have to make all these kits because they are flying off the shelves. And she had mentioned that she remembers when I had said, I don't know how these are going to go. I don't know if people are going to want them or like them. So she's like, it's even more better that I was worried and then now they're like flying off. All right, we're going to hit that with the gun. So let me know in the chat, do you already have yours on order? Did you already grab them? I know Yvonne has hers headed from Southern Designs and Finds. I cannot wait to see what she makes because her stuff is always so much more beautiful than mine. I love it. All right, I'm going to hit that a little bit. I'm going to do the gold last because I don't want to mess it up. So we are going to let that sit for just a minute. We can go on to one of the acrylic ones that don't need paint just to make sure that that's super dry. And I am going to do one of the wreaths because we did the wreath on the wood last time. So let's do the wreath on the white. And then I'm actually going to do one of the hymns on the wood this time. So we did the word, oh, this is a different one than I'm using. Let's go with this one because this means I have not done any of these. Let's bring in some red. I love this. I think this red would be good with this bow, and then we're going to use one of the gold strings. Let's do that. So again, I'm like off camera, you can't see, but you just can cut around it. You don't have to cut a circle or anything because it's going to be transparent. I got too much stuff going on here. All right, so I'm just going to get it lined up here so I know that I'm sort of centering things. You will need a glue gun. I didn't miss that. Sanya, they are $12.99 for just the transfers. If you just get the transfers by themselves, so that's 24 ornament. They make 24 ornaments. If you get the kit is $37.99 and it makes 10 ornaments. All right, so this one does have a lot of little stuff. We got a lot of little lettering. We've got little holly berries out here, so cranberries. They look like holly berries. Wendy wants to see what is that blue? This thing? My bucket? This is from, I actually got this, I want to say at either Harbor Freight, Dollar Tree, or Home Depot. But yeah, I love it because I can put my water in there and then I can put my paintbrushes in the other pocket there. So super handy. Now you have to look at my yucky water on camera. Sorry about that. Yeah, I actually bought 2 of them, and then I think I ended up giving one to. I have one employee that does videos for me in a different. She lives in a different city, and I sent one to her, and I'm sad because I like both of them. But okay, so you can see on that one, it started. I don't know if you caught it, but it started to lift up on me. So we just go back down and push it back down. If it starts to stick, as long as you didn't go too far, you can just back it back up. Like right now, this one's not quite ready. I'll try to show you. So you can see it's like sticking, that one little top of that is sticking there. So we're just gonna push it back down and we're gonna go over it again. It just wasn't ready. If we don't go too fast, we can always fix it. And again, since these are fully transparent, all these wreaths, you're gonna have to go slower on them to make sure you don't lose any of the wording and you lose any of the little branches or any of the detail. And so that's where I have to get in and really use this tool. I just don't feel that the one that comes with it is nice, but when you're working these details, it just doesn't get in there like you need it to. All right. So we're just going to keep going. So those of you that have ordered, if you have received an order confirmation, we had the queue cleared this afternoon, except for the kits. Wendy says it looks convenient. It is, except for the kits. So the girls are catching up on the kits right now, and then I'm going to be shipping some more orders tomorrow because we just have not been able to keep up. And we've definitely heard loud and clear that you guys like the all-inclusive kits. So this one has a ton of detail. So I just want to make sure and get each little piece down. Right before we jumped on here, I was telling my husband that I was going to be doing the live. And we had, they call them haboobs through here. If you're from Arizona, that's, it's just like a big dirt storm. It really messes up your allergies though. If you have any type of dirt allergies, like woo doggy. So I'm waiting for my eyes to get red. But yeah, there was just a tornado of dirt going through the backyard. Luckily, we didn't have any internet problems, so I was able to still go live, but 'tis the season. We used to get rain with those, but not so much. So again, as I was talking, I was pulling it back and the words were coming up, these little words down here. So because I'm going slow, I just go right back down, put it right back down, and you're good. So again, this little F is trying to stick, so we just massage it back down. The ones that are full graphic, like this hymnal one, are a little bit easier. So if you have not done the rub-on transfers before, start with those so you can kind of get a feel for how it comes up. Because the worst is when you like lose, I mean, the whole point of these is to have the verses on them. And when you lose like a letter, like I have a candle and it says, it is well with soul. Like I lost the my. So yeah, I wasn't able to sell that one because the my didn't stick. Oh, thank you so Wendy, so much Wendy and Sonia. Yes, it's a really good thing for business. God is good. Just tells me, you know, I need to listen and not have doubts. Like the worst thing is, especially when you're ordering Christmas stuff, is to worry about people not buying it because then you're stuck with it for like a whole year. So you never know. All right, there we go. It took us a minute, but we got it. And we got all of the words on there. So we didn't lose any words. We didn't lose any of the little berries or beads or anything. I'm trying to do it this way because I know it gets a little blurry. So So nice. It's not going to be tacky or anything. I do recommend, because someone had asked before about sealing it, I do recommend that you seal it. I use an acrylic spray. Someone had asked on the other comments, I do not use the Mod Podge one. I use a Rust-Oleum one that I got at either Lowe's or Home Depot. So that's what I use. And light mist. I like a couple coats. Do it outside. Leave it outside because that stuff is stinky. But that's what I like to use to seal it. And I wouldn't worry about it so much on the tree per se, but as you're storing them, you know how the ornaments kind of get knocked around. You want to protect it for that part. All right, and then I'm just going to use my little bow here that already had the gold in it. There we go. So we've got number 2. So easy. All right, we'll put that one up here by this one. We'll come back to our painted one. All right, this one I wanted to use one of these ones. I'm probably gonna do the Come Let Us Adore Him because I feel like Joy to the World should have like a blue background or something. And I think that's what whoever was on the last one commented on, that I should do blue. I completely agree. So again, fully transparent. So that's why this one's gonna work over the paint. Just want to make sure that you don't touch any of it. I feel like it's a little off there. There we go. This one will be a little bit easier because it doesn't have all that fine writing on there. Plus, I think like once you paint it, it has like a better grip than just the plain wood. Like it seems to appear. Again, this was chalk paint by Waverly. It was the celery. And chalk paint works really well as a base for these. Again, I don't want to get too greedy if it's sticking. I feel like the Lord is teaching me patience with these transfers. So if you need a lesson in patience, this is a great craft for that, especially the ones with the little tiny words and the little tiny berries. He uses everything, right? Alrighty. Yeah, this one's coming off really nice. There we go. So cute. We're going to come in with this is the Krylon paint pen, gold leaf, 18 karat gold leafing pen. And I have this in my favorite things. If you look on one of the page, and I think it's in both groups, it's pinned to the top as my favorite things. There's a link in there for it. I've only used this one other time, so let's see if it's like dried out. Gotta get it going. All right, hold on. There we go. I had to get it coming out. I'm going to draw my line first and then just come in and color it. So you can make these as fancy or as simple as you would like. And again, that's the fun in it. And I was sharing on Tuesday because this kit makes 10 ornaments, this is great for like a ladies' night in. This would be fun for the kids at Thanksgiving. You could bring them in. They can each make their own ornament. We're going to hit that with the... They can each make a couple ornaments. If you only have 5 kids, this would be a great family activity. Again, girls' night. If it's me, I want to do more than one. So if you're holding a girls' night, I'm going to need my own kit because I have loved making every single one of these. And I want like a whole set. And then I want to find other things to stick these on, which you know we'll do after we get through all of the ornaments. Maybe next week, or I don't know. I'll put it on my list of lives. I want to make some tier tray things for them as well. I don't know how long it actually takes that gold leafing pen to dry. It might be pretty quick. We'll see if I have any gold on me. Oh, that looks good. Okay, and then I just have this little fancy ribbon. I don't even know what it's called. So we're going to use this for the string for this one. You could come in with the gold too. I just was trying to add some more color. Just going to cut these on angles so I can help with the fraying there. Now this hole is pretty tiny. So we'll see if we can get this through here. I'm going to need my cheat again. I need a smaller pen. All right, I'm going to see if I can jam it through with this thing. Oh, yeah. Good times. All right, so again, I just am folding everything over. You could put it only, like, just stick one end through as well. I'm going to try and get these the same length, or at least a similar length. All right. All right, so this is just like a burgundy scrap ribbon that I had. Oops, gotta give myself enough to make. It is very, very easy. That's a great point. So Sonia can tell just from watching, like, it looks so easy. It is. The hardest part of these is whatever else you're doing to them. Whether you're, you know, stringing them or doing the pine cones or the bows or anything, it's super simple. So this one is a painted one. You could paint the back all green or do the same on the back if you wanted. So we'll just kind of put that one there just to show different options. I'm going to do the wood slice one next. Actually, I'm going to do the wood slice one last because it's super messy. All right, so let's do one of the wreaths on the clear. I say that, and then I have to do all the words again. I'm going to pick one that doesn't have as many small words. Let's do that. And then I think this bow would be good. And then again, actually, I'm going to come in with the silver, I think. So we'll do silver and gold for this one. Okay, so the first thing that you want to do on these is they have film over the front and the back. So I'm going to take the film off the front. And the hardest part is like just catching the edge. If you're used to chasing decoupage napkins, getting the edge of the ply, then you'll be money at this. All right, so we're going to peel it off, and then I'm going to leave the back on. So again, I'm going to do the wood one last, because last time I did the wood one first, and it got the little bark everywhere, and it was a total pain in the wood tootie. So I'm going to do it last this time, and I'm going to do the hem on that one. All right, so we're going to come in. This one's going to be a little bit easier because we can see through it to make sure that we have it straight. And we're just going to figure out where to place it. Oops, I moved it. There we go. Now these are great gifts for neighbors, for your ministry sisters, pastors. What a great inexpensive way to make Christmas presents. And again, you can also decoupage the canvas bag, which I don't know where it went. It's over there. You can, or not, you can decoupage it. We've done that as well. But the rub-on transfers work on it as well. I really love these clear ones. Like, they look good, and then like when you peel that back off, you're just like, oh my gosh, it's stunning. All right, so again, this one isn't going to be as bad because it doesn't have all that tiny writing. It does have some small writing, but not like the other one did. All right, so just making sure that we don't lose any of our letters on our words. And there's also some small writing down here in the bottom where it has Corinthians, so you just want to make sure you get that good. So you'll also notice in the, just on the different ones, like some of the bases are just easier to work with because of how the rub-on transfer like sticks to it. So these ones are super easy. So I'm going to go ahead and peel the back off. If you liked the frosty look, you could leave the back. But then you can see, do it this way, might be easier. I feel like one of those makeup influencers that's like, hey, see how cool it looks? All right, so what did I decide? Silver? What's great about the silver is these actually just like snap together. So they look very, they're very nice. Like you bought it or something. So it's like one of those break-free clasps that you just clasp it like that. And then we can go ahead and put our little bow right on there. I feel like this part of the bow looks best. All right, I'm just going to put it right up there near the little hangy part. And there we go. Love to see that one. I'm like holding it so you can't see it. But I just love that one on the clear. So pretty. All right, now we can play with Messy Bessie here. Okay, what did I say? Oh, I want to do the hymn on this one. Okay, so I think we're going to do Silent Night. Now the wood rounds are 2.5 to 3 inches. So it's not going to fit. It might not fit perfectly. It may fit perfectly. It may not fit perfectly because it's a tree and we can't, you know, I can't get exactly a 3-inch tree. But what we're going to do is I'll show you how to adjust it once we get it on. So we're just peeling it off and we're going to stick it on the edge as best we can. So we can see from the back there's a teeny bit. We're going to have a little bit of edging that's going to show. That's fine. We are going to get our little sander and we're just going to work with it. So don't be scared if it doesn't fit, because again, when I buy these rounds, they're like 2.5 to 3 inches. I don't even think it's 2.5. It's like 2 3/4 to 3 inches. You know, it's a tree. They try to get it as best they can. But as long as one of your edges is lined up, then you're good to go. And like I mentioned, these full design ones seem to go on a little bit easier. We are sticking to wood though, so we want to make sure this is out of all the surfaces, the wood is the most like uneven because it's cut with a saw. So we really have to make sure that we get it rubbed in there good. If we did this on like the porcelain, it's going to come off like super easy. So even now you can tell it's coming off pretty easy. But I don't want you to be like, oh, Melanie did it and it was so fast and she just ripped it off. And then your design gets yucky. We don't want that. The good news is you have plenty to work with, so that's good. All right, so we're just going to come in here and we're going to lightly sand the edge. And so you can see how it's like peeling off, okay? You do want to make the sander to make sure you get it off. If you start pulling it, it's like a hangnail. You could tear part of your design. We all know how that goes, right? So resist the urge, use the sander to get the extra pieces off. And then that way the design will fit your, see, you don't want to pull it. It will fit your little piece of wood perfectly. And then you can see how this one makes like a lot of mess. So either do it last or just know that you're going to have to clean your surface a little bit before you move on to the other ones, because the last thing we want is these little pieces of dust and dirt under our transfer. So when I did the last tutorial, I kind of showed you how once we did this one, then we had to clean the whole surface up and make sure that we didn't have any more of the little bark anywhere. I'm just going around the little edges to see, and I think that's pretty much it. I don't see it hanging off anywhere else. All right, so I'm going to come in here and I am going to do just a little bit of housekeeping because I don't want. This bark is like glitter, ladies. It gets everywhere. So I'm just going to come in and just get a little bit of it out of the way here. Otherwise, it's going to be in my glue strings and everywhere else. You know how it goes. All right. All right, so this is what we have so far. I do have these are the things that I have left from the kit. And I am going to actually do some jute. And I'm going to do some of the raffia for this one. And then I grabbed this little scrap because this is what I'm gonna do for the back to hang it. So we'll cut a little piece of that. So that's gonna be what I'm gonna hang it with. And then I think I have this little scrap of bigger jute, which is the one I used on here. I do feel that's a good size bow for that, so I'm gonna use this to make a bow. So I'll just have these little extra pieces that I could use on something else, which is fine, that's what it's for. So I'm going to grab my bow maker. Actually, let's do the back. Let's do the back first. So if you want it to have this little like loop that pops up, you're going to want to glue it like this. If you don't care, you can just glue it. Well, I guess that works too. Actually, it doesn't matter. See what happened? I tried to sound smart there for a minute, and it was a big fat failure. Never mind. Don't listen to me. Okay, so I like to do one little line. So I'm giving it a lot to stick to for bonus points if you burn yourself, because that's part of the game. This is where the precision transfer tool comes in great too, because you can stick that in there, not burn yourself, and then peel it off. All right, and then I'm just going to come back with another layer and get the other side on there. And then I'm going to hope that it's centered on the front when I turn it over. Wait, do you ever open your bow maker? You don't need to practice. Just open that sucker up. Wait, do you need to open it up for your Christmas ornaments? All right, so there's our little thing there. I'm going to do the raffia stuff first because I'm going to put my bow on top of it to cover up the raffia. Okay, this is the part I always forget. You need to put the thing in there first so that when you get done, you can tie it. So you can use jute. I'm actually going to use just a piece of raffia because we're making a raffia bow, and I put it in there the wrong way. So see, Wendy, if I can do this, anyone can do it. You can't break it, I promise. All right, so we're going to just get some of this, and I'm going to try and get like a longer piece here. This looks like a doll ponytail at this point. Well, I've got little scraps coming out, so I guess we're going to use those. All right, so basically we just want to keep in mind like how we don't want it too big, but I want it big enough that it like makes sense for the project. All right, so I feel like this could be it. The only bad thing is all of my little tails are on one side, which is a bummer, but that's the way. Oh, I can get a tail over there. Okay, so I think that's what we're gonna go with. So this piece, if you guys haven't seen this before, it's to jam it down so that you can, it kind of holds itself, and then you can come in here and tie it with whatever. You can put jute in there, you can put ribbon in there. Don't pull too hard because you will break it, like break the raffia. I did that. I got a little too strong for my britches, and then it broke. Okay, so I can leave this for a tail if I want. And then you can like zhuzh this up, you know, make it a little spidery. Put the little tails where you want them. I'm actually going to cheat a little bit here. Luckily I'm trying to pull the little tails behind. Okay. So I got a whole lot of tails going on. So we could just kind of the similar. All right, so I'm going to stick that right on there. You could leave that just like that. And I said I was going to use the thicker raffia or the thicker jute, but I think if I do, it's going to be too much. So I'm actually going to, I changed my mind. I'm going to use the thinner one. And so you could actually put it, if you didn't want to put it on top, we got a couple choices here. So you could put it up here if you want. You could put it right on the front. Now I'm trying to decide what I want to do. I think I am going to put it on the top. Instead of right on the front. So my glue gun's trying to make a dive there. I'm going to force my little tails down. All right, I'm going to sit that little mama right on there. All right, so I've got that. And then you could put your, if you didn't already use your jingle bell, that would be a great spot for the jingle bell, like ding right there. That would be super cute. I already used mine, so I don't want to cheat. I'm not going to cheat and grab another jingle bell. So I'm just going to take a piece of my jute here, and I'm just going to make a very simple bow. And I'm going to shorten these. And I'm going to just glue it right on top of there. So that's going to kind of tie in what we've got behind there with what we've got in front. I think those ladies are having way too much fun in there. Okay, and I'm going to shove it in there with my transfer tool because I am not about burning my fingers. What worked out cute is there are little bells in this image right here, and it kind of lined up just perfectly with that. So I can show you here. If I put it in my face, let's see. Super cute. Do it this way so you can see. So that's kind of like a rustic farmhouse version. So let me get this stuff out of the way. I will go back through so you can see all 6 of the ornaments together. Put my water down there. We'll get everything cleaned off because, again, that bark wants to go everywhere. Look at me cleaning while I go. All right, so we have got our 2 wood slice ornaments that we did here. We have got our 2 transparent ornaments that we did. Those are kind of hard to see on top of the pink mat, but we've got the Prince of Peace one that's here. Yes, Wendy, these are so quick and they're so easy to gift. Like how cute with, again, like this might be what we're giving our neighbors because we're always like this and some candy or fudge or something. Because they'll keep it and they'll remember you. Like how cute is that? And it's the word of God. So you're planting seeds as you're gifting, which is the whole point. That's why I absolutely love this. Then we've got our wooden ones. So tonight I've got bark on it because that bark gets everywhere. We've got one that we painted, and then this one we actually left. It might look a little white, but this is just on the natural wood there. So we've used those ones. We have got our 2 white acrylic ones. We did one with the wreath, and then the one from earlier in the week we did with the nativity scene. Then we have our 2 ceramic ones. So we did one, again, that has bark on it with just the names of Christ. And then we have the other one that we did in the hymn. And then as far as what I still have left over from the kit, so I still have a wreath. I still have, oh no, just kidding. You didn't see that. I still have a wreath. I still have one. So these are the 2 things that I didn't use. I used everything else in the kit. And then I also still have all of these transfers that I can make ornaments with. So I still have, just kidding, not that one. I still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I can't count. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I still have 14 that I can make ornaments with. And now Wendy was the one that had the great idea of using these for gift tags, using them for other projects. You don't just have to use them for ornaments, but that is what we sized them for, or what I sized them for, to make it easy. But this is my favorite kit so far. Absolutely. If we could do Christmas ornaments every month, I would do these every month as the kit and just have new designs, because how fun is that? You're also getting the transfer tool right now. I put mine away, but you're getting the transfer tool, and then it also comes with the smaller transfer tool as well. And if you joined late and you didn't see the full sheets of the transfers, these are the full sheets. So you can buy the transfer separate, $12.99. You get 24 ornaments. You can make 24 ornaments. Or you can buy the whole kit, which is $37.99, and then you get the 10 ornaments, the 24 transfers, and all the fun stuff. So these are already shipping. Like I mentioned earlier, they are going like hotcakes. The last time I looked, I'm going to check right now. We had to have gone over it because there's more orders since I've been on here. Oh my gosh, someone just bought 9 of them, you guys. This is what's happening. They're getting the kit and they're getting the transfers. They're doing both. We have officially the biggest day in sales that we've ever had. We did cross it while I was on this live. So thank you. Thank each and every one of you. We couldn't do it. I couldn't do it without you. These girls wouldn't have jobs without you. Like, what you're doing is amazing. And I love that you love what we're making. So these kits, again, this was our first Christmas drop. So next week, we're doing the changeover of the months. So next week, we'll be doing crafts and doing the design drop for what month are we in? It's for the September kit. So I do have another rub-on transfer drop. It's coming, but next week we're going to focus on September designs, the September kit, the September printables, the September napkin club, show you all those designs. And then the following week, which is the first week of September, we're going to drop the second rub-on transfers. Again, we'll have the transfers and there'll be a kit. It's not ornaments. It's different craft. But if you love the soulful sentiments, wink, wink, you're going to love it. Also, that's all I'm going to say. If I keep talking, I'll say too much. That's all I'm going to say. I have them here. I have to keep putting them away so I don't peek and show you. But it's going to be awesome. It's going to help you with your Christmas gifting-ish stuff, your Christmas crafting. So I'm super excited to drop that as well. And I worked on a brand new design today because these went so fast and are doing so well. I heard it loud and clear. You like the pre-sized rub-on transfers with the craft. So we have a whole nother one that was not planned for this Christmas at all, but it's coming. I just got chills even talking about it. So I know you're going to love it. So that one is coming too. I'm going to put in the order tonight. So it will be a few weeks, but it will be just when you're like, okay, we've done all the ornaments and we've done all the other ones and we're ready for something new and I'm going to have it for you. And so I'm super excited. Wendy says she loves the soulful sentiments. They're so pretty and colorful. Exactly. So card makers, wink, wink, wink. The next one is for you. First week of September. Members, you'll have first access. Same thing, like whatever that first Tuesday of September is, and then we'll unbox it. And everyone else will have access the first Thursday of September. So much fun for Christmas and crafting and spreading the word this season. We're going to put the reason for the season back in the season and we're going to craft our way all the way into 2025. So super excited. Yeah, go in there and grab yours. And I can't wait. As soon as you get them, craft them, show us the ones that you make so we can have, everyone has ideas of what other they can do. Because literally, I got to go get more little stuff to make ornaments because these were too fun, and I'm just going to keep making them. And I absolutely loved the painting. This might be one of my favorites, which I didn't even think about doing that with this one, but I absolutely love that gold on the top. It's so pretty. So again, that pin's on my, or just, this is, what is this? Krylon, of course, it's Krylon. I love this pin. You can also just use a black Sharpie, which I've done before for the top. I just didn't have a Sharpie here, and then I remembered I had the pen. So black Sharpie on the top works great. Paint works great to just give that little definition there. And yeah, so much fun. So many things you could do. Sonia, thank you so much. You are welcome. I'm glad that you could make it. I thank each and every one of you for watching. I'm going to wrap it up tonight. I need to order pizza or something because I'm pretty sure my family's hungry. But until next time, ladies, happy crafting.